We're just walking our way into Reims. We're parked the other side of, well, pretty much where that building is that you can see there. Look, even the canal's frozen over. It is bitterly cold. We're not forecast any snow today. They've forecast some snow here for tomorrow, but today it should be a nice day. So much so, I've got my sunglasses on this morning. Mind the sun, when the sun's bright, it does really hurt my eyes. Anyway, I'm not sure where we're going first, but we're on our way. These are part of a set of sculptures. There's 16 of them in total. I'm presuming they're around the city. By Christian. And then there's 4 over there. Not really sure anything. They weren't on our list particularly to see, but we've got them anyway. Our first port of call, which was a church, was closed. Which is, there's nothing new about that. We're used to that now. It opens at about 5 o'clock. It opens at 5:30 tonight till 8 o'clock. Not bad hours, is it, work? And that'll be because there'll be a service on, I would have thought. Oh, open for visitors. Oh, okay. Anyway, we're on our way to the next one. We've just walked past that little fountain. We're on our way to another one. I think they call it Subio Fountain. Last time I was here was with Rocky, and we were on the bikes when I came here last time, and it was absolutely blistering hot. Almost unbearable. I think this is what they call a Subio fountain.
Enter the roundabout.
There we go. Not really sure the significance of it. Oh, that's a nice looking little bike. Quite like that. A Sirio Orcal. Different. We'll have to be careful around here now because this is a roundabout. Which, let's get it from the front. No, front's this side. Right, I'll just get it from the front so you can see it properly. There you go. I think they call it a Subio fountain. We think that this would have been the Christmas market that they took down, you know, because, well, basically the decorations and such like trees still there. I think these will be coming down, I think, probably tomorrow. Yeah, we're going to head and have a look at the Christmas tree. It's a really nice tree. I could tell you Bolton's tree was ridiculous. Well, definitely compared to these. It's only a tiny thing, yeah. These seem to do quite a good job of things. That's a nice tree. They don't seem to get damaged. You know, people seem to leave them alone, whereas I don't think that's anything that... What bloody hell, that's a bird with hands around it. I'll have a look at that in a minute as well. But yeah, it's a fantastic tree. We've just looked at this as sparrow, and apparently sparrow numbers have declined by 75% over recent years, and this is, I suppose, a raising awareness of it.
To care for them.
Yeah. To care for them, yeah. Okay, this is Place de Mars, well, which is the place of Mars. Well, Mars was one of the gods, I think, wasn't he? So it's a shame you just can't get into it because they're taking down all the Christmas stuff. But yeah, place of Mars. These are Roman ruins. And actually their Christmas thing was in there, their Christmas market. It looked really good, it did. I've just noticed there, if you look through the arch, it says Champagne, Charles de Canova. Well, apparently Reims is famous for champagne. But I didn't think that this was part of the Champagne region, but what do I know? Look at that roof garden up there. We'll go to this end here. I don't know if you can see it on that block of flats. It's got trees on the roof and all sorts. Yeah. Yeah. If you can't see it in a minute, you'll see it in a moment when we get to this zebra. Look at that. It's like a garden on top, look. How different is that? One of the stations, I think. Okay, this school that you're looking at, which is the Franklin Roosevelt, I think it says, or so. Oh, Ville de Reims, Lycée Roosevelt, Franklin Roosevelt. I think it's changed name from what it was, but this is the place where the official place where it's the end of the Second World War. So this building here is where Germany signed its surrender on the 7th of May 1945. It is a museum. The bad thing for us is it closed in May. I thought right on that date pretty much, around about the 7th of May this year, and they're doing it up inside, having a lot of work done to it, so it will reopen again in later this year. It says spring, so I'm presuming about March, April, probably May. But if you notice, the flags are British, American, French and Russian, and this is the place where on the 7th of May surrender was signed, and it's a school, believe it or not. It's a school here in Reims. I was just saying to Christine, it seems strange that you would sign the surrender here in Reims when, you know, they went all the way through to Berlin, and that's where Hitler allegedly committed suicide, and it all capitulated then. But this is where it was all signed, was here, just at this just unassuming school is what it is. I think this is the cenotaph for the French. I think it looks kind of like that sort of thing, although I don't see any mention just about sacrifice. Yeah, can't see it where it says anything about generations, children of Reims, tombs. Yeah, it must be a French flag either side. We're outside the cathedral at the minute. There it is. I mean, they call it Notre Dame Cathedral. They're all called Notre Dame Cathedral, I don't know why. But it's quite a spectacular building, especially when you see it from the side. We've just been in, but there's a service on now, so I'll have to come back in about an hour and we can have a look inside. Okay, I just done a little bit of a walk around, went and had a coffee in Mackie D's, and we're back now to have a look in the cathedral. We were wondering, we can't figure out why all the cathedrals in France are all called Notre Dame, and as far as we're concerned, there is only one Notre Dame, and that's in Paris.
Yeah.
So we actually looked it up, and Notre Dame just means Our Lady, so it's Our Lady's Cathedral. So that's what Notre Dame means in French, Our Lady. Anyway, looks quite a fantastic front to it. It's supposed to be a really important cathedral. I think it's 33 coronations have done here. I think 20 of them are in 25 of them are in this modern cathedral. So anyway, this is where we're going to go and have a look. Service should be finished now. It's a glorious day though, look at that, no cloud in the sky. Beautiful. I'm doing a bit of work on the front look and on that, but look at them. I'll tell you what would be good on here if they did this same to this as what they did at
We need to alter that super night mode.
who?
I need super night mode on it.
Why?
Because it's not.
So in we go. Let's have a look around. It's funny because a lot of cathedrals, they're either fantastically decorated or ornate, or bland like this, like all the money's been spent on the outside but not on the inside. Anyway, we'll have a walk around, see what we can see. There's no fancy decorations on the ceiling. Got some tapestries. Walk up the middle afterwards. As a cathedral, a lot of them you can walk down one side and then walk back up right round the altar and then back up the other. So that's how we'll try and play it, and then down the middle. The altar looks pretty ornate and spectacular. Apparently these stained glass windows are supposed to be really fantastically, look at them, very intricate. I'm not so keen on like modern versions like those, or this one in front. I like the ones where seems to have been a lot of craftsmanship gone into it, or whatever. There's a nativity scene. That'll be gone, I think, tomorrow. That's quite a good little chapel area. Whoa, look at that one. this is Chapel of St Joseph, this one. But look at the front to it. And Notre Dame, this cathedral. And the stained glass windows as well, look. That's brilliant. Yeah, I'm not so keen on that. Just don't like the modern take. This is Joan of Arc Chapel. Wow. The organ. Wow, stained glass windows above it. Have a look at that one. There we can see that one. Look at that. They're beautiful, aren't they? Think about when you come into cathedrals, you always spend your time looking up. You never seem to be looking where you're going and down, it's always up. Yeah, I find these windows a bit boring, like that. And then, you know, so you get quite a few like that, and then you get this on the end. Is I mean, look, that is spectacular. Look at that. You know, they were having a church service when we came earlier, and this shop was open. So it's open during the service. This is where the main doors were pretty much where we came in. What's got the all the construction work on the outside, and look at that. Anyway, we'll go down the middle. Get the light on there off the stained glass windows on the side, where they get quite ornate. You can see the ones at the back. There's a nice pulpit. Wow. Now that looks spectacular. Just look at the detail in them windows. Might see if I can do a little bit on my phone and zoom in a bit. Christine's pointed out a sign as you come into the cathedral. Is this? I'm going to read it to you. Christine's got it here. It says, "Welcome to Notre Dame Cathedral in Reims, a major spiritual and historic site. Out of respect for this place, it is forbidden to enter with food, drink or a Christmas costume, to use a mobile phone, to enter with an animal. Please tie the balloons to your wrist. Be respectful and quiet."
So you wear your bikini?
Must be a problem, that then. Yeah, it must be a problem. Oh, so yeah, it must be a problem, that then. People trying to get in with Christmas costumes. Dear, never seen that before. Never seen that. Yeah, that was good. I must admit, the stained glass windows are brilliant. We're outside the cathedral now. This is the side of it. I don't know if you look very careful. That second gargoyle along, look, he's got a big piece of snot hanging out his nose. Christy said, "No, it's an icicle." It's a tremendous cathedral. I think the money's been spent on the building rather than the objects inside. So rather than the paint and the fancy gold and what you get in a lot of them, I think this is all about the architecture. I think it's stunning looking from outside. We do need to go to the one in Paris. I mean, that hadn't opened when we were there last time, but that's open now. So it's yeah. Christine went before it caught fire.
They always catch fire though, don't they?
Yeah, they all seem to catch fire. Yeah, at some stage in their histories. But look, that's really stunning. And the windows, I mean, they don't look much from here, but on the inside, them ones are brilliant. Absolutely beautiful. This is Saint Remy. We think it might be open. It's on the list of one of the things to see in Reims. Yeah, Reims. Reims. Trying to say it like the French do is a bit weird. It is Reims. Who's that? Somebody little.
Yeah.
Ambroise Petit. Oh, this is then. Yeah, something to do with children of. Oh, orphanage. Founder of an orphanage. Anyway, we'll see what we've got in there. Well, hopefully, if we can get in. There's another church called Clovis Church, isn't there?
Yeah, something like
as well,
that,
yeah.
Sure, we'll come back for that.
We have to come back for that one. So that's it. We are going to come back to Reims. There's a couple of things that we want to see here. We're probably going to do it, I don't know, if in the summer, maybe. Also, we've got in Paris, want to do Notre Dame as well, so we might tag them on the way back from wherever we go. We'll see. Anyway, this is where we're heading now. Yeah, Saint Remy. Don't see an entrance. Is that an entrance? Oh, yes. There's an entrance. There's a strange door. Wow. Oh, look at the stained glass windows on the walls. They do like them circular windows, and they do look fantastic. Not keen on the modern style, which I think I've already said. But this is apparently a very important church, chapel. So, I don't know what that is, like a massive crypt or something. There's a chapel. All these chapels are empty, look. Just this in the middle, which I'm not really sure what that is. Anyway, I'm going to take the opportunity while I'm here to have a look around it. So, we'll look at them windows in a moment. There's something in there. Not really sure what it is. Probably a bit of somebody. Wow. Look at that. Look at those. Look at them windows. Aren't they fantastic? They are amazing. I'll see if I can do a zoom in on my phone for you. I'll do that at the end. They are stunning. The windows, yeah. I don't know what this is, Christine. There, look, in there. I said, it must be a bit of St. Valentine. He seems to spread himself quite thinly, doesn't he? We'll come back to them. It's like walking in a medieval castle. All the windows have gone on here, look. It's quite a modern pulpit and confessionals. Yeah, it does. It's just like as if you're walking in a medieval castle. Anyway, we're at the back now. Let's have a wow. Look at them. They're brilliant. And these, I'll try and get these zoomed in a bit when. They are brilliant. This is walking down the centre. It's difficult to see those, to be fair. They are difficult to see. You just can't get an angle on them to get a good view of them, but we can the front and the back. There's the organ. It looks quite modern, that. Yeah. What a modern organ. There's the stained glass windows. They're difficult to see. And these ones at the other side of the altar. I'll get my phone out again. Oh, there's a modern organ. I'll get my phone out again and see if we can zoom in a bit. Definitely spectacular windows. Beautiful. Just difficult to see in places. I didn't get that. There's a nativity scene on there. That what we was looking at earlier, I was joking, they said it's probably got a bit of St. Valentine in it, or actually is St. Remy, it's his relics and I think parts of his remains, so we'll just give it another look. So that's what this is. So this is all to do with St. Remy himself. And then in the middle of the church there's a crown. I don't know if you can see that with the hanging down from the ceiling. Well, only in, I think it's the end of October, on, I don't know if it's the last Sunday in October or something like that, do they light that up. And I think it's something to do with his remembrance. Oh yeah, it's been really good, really interesting. Stained glass windows have been fabulous. And this is the outside of it. It's quite a dominating church. There's a museum here, but I'm not sure whether we're actually going to go in it or not. We're going to find out a little bit about it first, and then we'll see. Anyway, Christine's in the toilet at the minute, and this is the front of the Basilica Church that we've just been in. I mean, the stained glass windows look nothing from the outside looking in, but on the inside looking out, they're fantastic. Yeah. Look at them, they're quite alpine looking. For short people, like Christine. Okay. We're having a look around the museum. The museum is kind of attached to that church.
It's an old abbey.
Yeah, it's an old abbey. Yeah, this is the cloister. There's that guy, that founder of the children's orphanage. I know. Well, it's nice gardens in the cloisters, look. are some of the relics, bits and pieces that they've had from the church. Wonder who's in there. Is or was. Can't read it, it's all in French. Oh, I think it's St Remy himself that's in there. I think what was in the
Read that from over there. That's
I can't read it.
Oh, it's cold.
Christine's going to have a look, we'll find out a little bit about him. I think it's St Remy that's in there. Okay. Oh right, so originally it was made to house St Remy's remains, and that's where they laid until the French Revolution. And during the French Revolution it was desecrated, opened, and the remains were thrown into a mass grave. So he's no longer there. What's that one? Just trying to find out a little bit about what this is. This is the residence of St Remy. I don't know what that means. Known as the 1803 and 1824 residence. Wood covered in silver and gold, 17th century wood carved silver and gilded copper. Yeah, it just goes on to say that his remains were all taken away, so anything that belonged to him went. I don't think there's anything of real interest for us in here, to be fair. Got to have some graves on. What? Well, we all know what this is. don't know whose it was now. Apparently, Saint Remy is famous for creating miracles. Oh, so it's upstairs first. Yeah, famous for creating miracles, even during his life as well as after death, posthumously. There's supposed to be some relics for the city as well as bits and pieces about Saint Remy himself. It's quite a fantastic, majestic staircase. Wow. There's some of the relics. Times. It's a shame that they have to be here and not in place properly. Would have been nice that they could have been left in place so you can see them in their full glory. Perhaps from the time of the Revolution. And look at these tapestries, are fantastic. They are amazing. I think these are extracts from the tapestries. guess that's how they do the repairs and cleaning. That was interesting watching them repairing and cleaning. I always think it's a bit of a shame that these can't be where they're supposed to be. I know I've said it once, but I suppose that's life, really, isn't it? It's like a maze, this place. I think this must be part of the jacket or the uniform of Rose of the land. A spy in the service of art. On the very first months of the occupation, the intervention of the Right Commander Rosenberg seized the most remarkable works from major prison collections, better known as the ERR. The service created in 1934 were tasked with the industrialised plundering of collectors. Hermann Goering transformed it into a veritable machine, serving as an insatiable appetite for art. I can't be bothered to read all that. She must be somebody that retrieved a lot of it then, or hid it, possibly. Just a couple more. Oh, yeah, you can just see them in there. Look. They're portraits, look.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know if you can see that. They're portraits in copper plate. And your proper works of art. I'm not really sure who this is. There's a uniform here. Not really sure. Everything's in French, so it's very difficult for us to tell. Look, there's a Poisters down below. Looks like a tear in the football stadium down there. Oh, fire again. Pardon? Suite of the visit, next part of the tour. Wow. That's a form of a cannon, isn't it? Gun, cannon. They are guns and cannons. Now that's your weapon and a half. I think we're back to prehistoric times now. Cut that mammoth open for its mate. Paleolithic, Neolithic, Neolithic, Neolithic. It wouldn't be a trip without Neolithic. Wouldn't be a trip without bones. Or Neolithic. I don't mind him showing you what, Neolithic and stuff like that, but I just find some of it looks a bit modern to me. Some of it does. I think we'll go down the middle first. That's quite cool. Bronze Age. It's funny how a lot of the things that you find tend to relate to war and fighting. Like swords and things like that. cobblestone, grindstone. Instrument one, I think. Wow. Getting a little bit more modern now. Oh, look at them. Fancy headwear for the cavalry. Imperial Guard, so that would be to do with Napoleon, remember? Imperial Guard. Wow. I'm presuming that must be Reims. Yeah, what it used to look like. Okay. Strange because you don't have the same, because it's not our history, you just don't have the same interest. have a look at this. I think this is a mosaic floor. Wow. That's really good. I think we were in, I'm trying to think what country it was, where we saw one similar to that. Can't remember. Christine might know. Right way around. I just can't remember where we were. Christine, what country were we in where we found all them ones on the floor on that?
Turkey.
Turkey, yeah. Yeah, Turkey, Christine said. Let's finish the tour on. There's a what looks like either a lead or something sarcophagus there for a child. So we'll finish on death and a tomb. Look at that. There. There's nobody in it anymore, as you can see. Quite a fancy one though, it's obviously for somebody of standing and wealth. Just having a walk back now to the van, so we're quite a bit of it. We walked down along the canal, so which is a nice enough walk. Nice big canal barges. I think they call them Dutch barges, those, I think, when they're wider than what we are, them like a wide beam. What's Christine after now? Now what's she saying? Right.
Turn left onto alley Des Tio.
It's a kids' park.
Something good.
Yeah. So I think they call these Dutch barges, which they're bigger than what we have on ours. I mean, very big. You know what this is for? This long with a pipe that's hanging down. Is that for? What's it for? A bit strange that. Is it run? Do you want water on that or something? Then is it a pipe? Don't get it. Don't get it. It all doesn't pivot. Not sure at all. Not sure. But look at that, look. Not frozen. Frozen.
Oh, yeah.
Not frozen. Frozen.
That's really strange, that.
Yeah.
Right next to each other.
Yeah. Oh. In fact, the further you walk along, not frozen, or go on. Go on.
That would have been funny.
Yeah, we would have kept the video on for that.
It's got like ice up here now.
Yeah, look how white it is here.
Very weird. Like 3 stages.
So yeah, well, you can see where people chuck sticks on it and things to see if it's frozen.
Well, it's just
What we need is somebody to go and try and walk on it.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. We're now at the other end of the church. So, absolutely stunning. Beautiful. Let's have a look at these. If they come out a bit blurry, it's probably just because I'm trying to zoom in to show you what they look like. Beautiful.